Hello, I'm Tom Peterson, and this is the modern day peace pipe. This peace pipe, much like the original, is designed for inhalation. This, however, is not designed for the inhalation of tobacco or herbs, much like the original that the Native Americans used for centuries. This is actually designed for the process of sublimation. So what is sublimation? Well, sublimation is actually referred to as dabbing, and that is the exercise or practice of converting a solid to a vapor. So this is not utilized for smoking cannabis. Therefore, you don't have the combustion and the associated carcinogens related to combustion and setting your cannabis on fire. And it's also not the same as vaping. Vaping is the conversion of a liquid to a vapor. This is sublimation, which is the conversion of a solid to a vapor. So let me tell you a little bit more about how that works. This has a single serving bowl. So the beautiful thing about the single serving bowl is, well, for one, the taste is going to be phenomenal. The reason for that is you're not going to have leftover residual from past experiences per se. You're not going to have it in your coils. You're not going to have it, in your bowl or in your nail, whatever it might be. It's essentially a self-cleaning bowl because it is a single-serving bowl. The other benefit is you don't have to deal with cleaning it. The maintenance of this is very simple and easy, and in terms of the bowl itself, it's essentially self-cleaning. There is still some cleaning to do and some maintenance to do with this for it to perform at its best, but the bowl is one thing you don't have to worry about. The other great thing behind the design is you don't have to transfer your concentrate or extract to the bowl with some sort of a dabbing spoon or tool. You essentially dip the bowl straight into the extract or concentrate. So I'm going to show you that now. I have two things here. This is a concentrate that is, I believe, a Ghost or OG. Okay, so this is a THC-based concentrate. And I also have a CBD concentrate here. It works great for both. So if you're utilizing CBD and you would like to utilize the process of inhaling the CBD with an extract or a concentrate, this works great for that. As far as the other products go that contain the THC, something to remember, the type of material is going to determine the quality of the vapor and also the quality of your efficiency. The other great thing about this is the efficiency. It takes a very small amount because there's very little waste. You don't have leftover material that gets wasted that ultimately just becomes overcooked that you ultimately have to clean out or get rid of. The great thing about it is you dip it right in, no tool required, and I'm just going to clean off the edge here a little bit with my finger. I failed to clean the outside rim of the bowl, so if you don't clean the outside rim of the bowl, it is going to be a little sticky and it's going to stick to the outside of the bowl. So should have done that beforehand, I didn't. But now you have a loaded bowl, and I can put this away and I don't have to worry about a tool or something else that I have to clean or mess with in the process. Now I'm just going to retract this back to, that's loading position, I'm going to retract it back to heating position. So now it is in position and ready for us to go ahead and heat our concentrate and utilize the device. Now, this is the peace pipe. It does require one other device, and that is the peace heater. This is designed to heat your cannabis extract or concentrate that resides within the peace pipe. The peace heater is designed to be safe. So unlike a torch, don't have the risk of getting burned. This has a safety cap on it, and the heating tip stays within that safety cap until it is inserted into the end of the peace pipe. So one thing you don't have to worry about is, like with torches, having some sort of accident. That also goes with e-nails that are very hot and other things of that nature. This is something that is not going to be what we would consider similar to a lighter, and what I mean by that is there's no flame here, and this heats at a very low temperature. So the temperature of this is going to be between 300 to 500 degrees Fahrenheit. The reason for that is it doesn't ever overcook your product. So that's part of the design of this device. It will only get so hot. Now I'm heating it up right now, and you can probably see a little bit of vapor coming off of it. We go through a heating process, cycling through the different heating levels or phases. So I'm preheating this now, and I didn't clean it, so you can see there's a little bit of residual coming off of it. Now the thing to remember in terms of the concentrates or extracts is the too dry or too wet concentrates are not going to work well with this particular device. We have a list of recommended concentrates and extracts on our forum, so you can see what concentrates and extracts work best with this device. This particular concentrate is, again, dry but not too dry, and that's ultimately what we want to be able to utilize, and there are tons of them out there that work really well with this. So I'm going to go ahead and get this up to temperature. And so what's going to happen when I get it up to the appropriate temperature that I want, I'm then going to go ahead and insert it into the end of the peace pipe. And I'm going to go ahead and do my thing here. So it's up to the heating range. We'll get into that later, more of that, but I'm just going to give it a go here. Now the taste is amazing. Very clean, very smooth, incredibly smooth. The thing to consider with the concentrates and the extracts, as I get back to the conversation about being very efficient, if it's very wet, it's going to tend to run out of the bowl because the bowl sits on its side. It's not sitting up and down. And if it's very dry, it's not going to tend to vaporize very well. You're not going to have a lot of vapor with a very dry concentrate or extract. So that's why that's very important. The other thing I want to make sure that I mention to you is the practice of utilizing these two together. As you noticed, I was using this in and out technique. What I'm essentially doing is I'm penetrating the bowl with the heating tip, creating vapor, and then I'm releasing it so that I can then inhale that vapor. So I'm essentially creating a little vapor making machine here with that exercise. We do have a best practices video that you can check out, and you can see our recommendations in terms of maximizing the value of this device and also having the maximum efficiency. Look, concentrates and extracts today are not cheap. They're running upwards of $100, sometimes more, for a gram of something that's really good. So again, keep that in mind. I like to think that this pays for itself over time because of the amount of material that you have utilized very efficiently as opposed to other devices that are on the market today. So that was a wonderful experience for me. I hope that you enjoyed this introductory video, and that we hope you check out our other videos as well and learn a little bit more about this, and hopefully you'll have an opportunity to be at peace as well. We'll see you soon.